the gospel is true, and that the time is short, and we should all be prepared to meet the Savior when He comes. I say this in the name of Jesus. Amen. Oh, Kelly's just taking the mission case.
Kelly's Well, I know I can't talk without crying, so you can say it here. First, I want to talk about Dad. He had 15 radium treatments on his face where he has his cancer. And there's a little place that hasn't healed. So the doctor will be operating Monday morning at 8 a.m. to remove that, and I hope that that's the thing to do. Sometimes I wonder. But, and another thing, when you can, come and take him out of that place and take him someplace. He needs that. And my kids are all doing pretty good right now. I mean, they all have good jobs and they're getting along fine and doing all right. And I want you to know that John built me a little gazebo, and I want you to come and sit in it.
I sit in it, it's pretty good.
Somebody told me it was a place to pitch glue, but I told him I was in the market right now. But anyway, I really appreciate all my brothers and sisters have done for me. I don't know what I'd do without you, and I really appreciate it. And I was sitting here. Something came to my mind, and I guess I have to say it. I would like all of you to pray for Marilyn to be out of her business. But ask the will of the Lord. But she's gone on so long, and it's so hard to watch her go downhill like she is. Just, if you would pray for her to be released. But don't ever pray without saying thy will be done. Thank you.
Dad?
You want to say something, Dad?
You got the floor for 5 minutes.
You want to eat dinner?
No. You got a chance to talk to these guys for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah? So stand right up there and do her.
First remain.
I think she'll be here later in the day.
Never try and bring the girl over as any thought. I thought I'd like to live to see all of these things take place. But you know, I'd rather see it from the other side. It seems to me we've been talking about what we ought to do. But I believe we forgot something that's really important. You know, the Lord finally told us what He wanted to accomplish. He says, my work and my glory is to bring to pass the immortality of the eternal life of man. What would our work be in a case like that? Are we supposed to help our Father in heaven? Yeah, right here. We should, shouldn't we? Our whole action should be to serve the Lord and to bring in members of the church, to sustain the church. How can we do that? What's the best way to do it? I've never considered that you've got to be
You go there and take care of
good yourself before you can influence other people. You can't teach to somebody to quit smoking when you're doing it yourself, can you? You can't teach to them, tell them to be honest if you're dishonest. You've got to learn to be honest, to serve the Lord, and to keep His commandments, all of them. then you're in a position to act for God and do His work, bring souls unto Him. I would be glad if you would think seriously of that yourselves. Look at the glass and say, am I doing all I can? Am I strictly honest? Am I treating my fellow men right? Am I paying my tithes and offerings? Am I a good Latter-day Saint, one the Lord can be proud of? If you don't smoke, you can teach a young man not to smoke. Tell him what you accomplish by not doing it. But if you do smoke, it's impossible. If you're dishonest, you can't preach to somebody and get to tell them to be honest. They say, why do you do it? Brothers and sisters and dear friends, I love you. I know you're trying to do a great work. But because you've heard the gospel, you've got testimonies of it, you know that it's true. You know it's the only way to get back into the presence of God is to keep His commandments. That kind of makes you think deep, doesn't it? But I got a picture of all of my children hanging on the wall there. I lay there in my bed and look up at them, and I can't figure out who in the world has got a family as good as mine. But I suppose it's all over the time. But I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful you love the gospel. I'm thankful you're obedient to the commandments. You're willing to accept responsibility of doing things in the church and go on mission. Bless your hearts. You've given the last nickel a lot of times to serve the Lord. I'm proud of you and I'm thankful for you. Let's start in. So let's already minute and say, the first thing I've got to do is to serve the Lord with all my heart, mind, and strength. To serve Him, you've got to help Him bring His spiritual children into mortality. And then we've got to bring them to a knowledge of the truth so they accept the gospel. That's our job. That's what He wants us to do. He wants us to help Him do that. I'm so thankful. I'm a Mormon. I'm so thankful I came to this wonderful, blessed country to enter into mortality. I'm thankful for parents who taught me the gospel by word and also by action. I never saw my parents do anything that thought was uplifting and right and what I should be doing. Of course, that's my responsibility to do what they're doing. It's your responsibility to your families to so live that they can say, my father, my mother, they taught me the truth by word and by action. That's our responsibility, brothers and sisters. And help us to do it to the end, I humbly pray. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
On the way up here, Dad and I were riding up. He said it would sure be nice if Mother could be here today. And I assured him that she would be. I think he's looking forward to being with her. As probably we all are. I'd like to just begin, I'll just take a few minutes because I know you're all hungry. I can remember as a a young person in our family. Dad used to say, gosh, blast you, if you can't say nothing good, don't say nothing at all. You know? And I can see the results of angry words and misspoken words in my family, and I see it in our family at large. And I'd like to say today that each of us have made some very special companions. Start with Sam. He was a special man, and Miriam's a special lady. Joyce is a special lady. Elos is a special man, and Mark is a very special man. My wife is a special lady. Sometimes, most of the time, she is.
You are always
And Claude is a special man. He's not helping people all the time. We don't know all the good that Claude does. He does a lot of good for people. And we go right on down to Clint. Clint is continually helping people. And
You miss us every time.
I'm coming back.
Oh, okay.
There's so much good that Clint does. I've made a few trips up in that country, and I know that the Lord loves Clint a lot. Bill's a special person. He every time we go there, he's just anxious to lay out the carpet. We just really enjoy ourselves while we're doing that. And I'm just going to ask him one thing of him, though, to bring Myrna out here a little more often. I think that we miss Myrna a lot. We need her presence with us. If too long goes by and we don't see a member of the family, we do miss him, and that's the way it should be. And right on down to Winston, special man. He's constantly doing good for a lot of people. And so we have married some special people in this family. And, you know, I went to a 40-year class reunion this year, and I walked in the door, and I seen faces that I knew were familiar, but they didn't look like the old faces. And I thought, you know, this is just like dying and going to heaven. Just like being transported to another place. And what was so great about it, my classmates, I talked to other people and they say their class reunions are just a beer bust or a total waste. And you know, we went in there and it was like a testimony meeting. Everybody wanted to tell what job they had in the church and what they were doing. And they had married good companions, all of them. Very important to marry a good companion. And so it was just a very, very pleasing experience to go there and experience that. But there's one thing, I don't know, I think orderliness is godliness. And I think we need to, all my life, I've really felt this strongly that we give, you know, just like this little meeting now, when a person has the floor, give him your attention. Give him your attention. That shows good breeding. It shows godliness. I see so many families where they could care less what's happening. They do what they want to do. And you know, respect is godliness. And I really believe that. We need to pay attention, to love people and love where they're coming from. And I'll just tell you quick about my family and I'll sit down. Scott's living in town in our rental house, and I told him to keep the lawn mowed and watered, I'd give it to him. And he just about made good on that. Went by the other day and it was mowed, so maybe he's going to make it. Kenny's wife just had a new baby. He's of course, an athletics instructor at one of the health clubs. He's assistant engineer out at Tycall. He's busy all the time. And then their musical group is busy every moment that they can be busy. And they have just been asked by Bonneville International to play at their Christmas party, so they're excited about that. That's a church communications program co-education. They will, there'll be a lot of celebrities there, and they're going to perform for some major songwriters and things, and they're really excited about that. Jamie and his friend have written some songs for Deseret's book, maybe published, we don't know yet. And that's quite exciting for them. Julie, we visited her this last time around when we went out back east and went up to Mackinac Island and seen the Grand Hotel and all that, where this film was made, and we really enjoyed that. She's got the two little children. And Jody's in Salt Lake. If anybody has extra prayers or faith, they could use them on Jody. He thinks he can't do any different than he's doing, and I'm well open to suggestion. I'm about at the end of my suggestions with him. But this last week I got a special letter from one of my children, and I think this is what we all really want. And you children that are listening, if you want to make your folks happy, say you can count on me. You can count on me to do the things that I should. If a parent can count on a child, then life hasn't been a waste. But if a child disappoints his parents, then maybe your life has been a waste. And this is how parents feel. And not until you are a parent do you understand that concept. It's great to be here. It's great to have Dad here today. It's great to have Myrna here. It's a real special day. Oh, Jamie's just wife just had a third boy, and they're really excited about that. Taylor, Jamie's the one that wrote me the nice letter. And I just happen to have it along if somebody wants to read it.
That's right, we're good, Joe. Just in case.
Lee J. Cuts hair down, and he's a manager of the Regis, I think 2 stores now, I don't know, he goes from one to the other, in Salt Lake, or in Ogden. So if you want to get your hair bent or fixed, just go into one of the Regis malls in Ogden. He's the South Mall there. He does hair for all the relatives free of charge, he said. He says that's my Christmas card to them. He's a lovely person. He's a lovely person.
I got 2 kids.
Got 2 little kids. The little disabled boy he's got is just great to visit with and to be around. He's got a lot of time. But I don't, I know we won't, but we shouldn't forget the second generation families. I think all of them that are here today, we want to welcome them here, make them feel like they're loved. This family of Glenn and Joyce is here. Just tremendous to have you here today. And the Lord has blessed us with a good day. It's been hot. People that haven't been in Idaho maybe don't know that, but it's been hot. It's been uncomfortable. Today's a beautiful day. Be grateful for that. If I missed anything or anybody.
I'd just like to tell him that Dad's first great-grandchild was married July the 2nd. Luke Cox married Mary Elizabeth Cox.
Does anyone else, if I missed anybody wants to say anything else? Then I'll tell you what the itinerary is the rest of the day. Anybody else?
Our mother's right behind us down there. She always wants something to say.
Hurry, Elaine!
Hey!
Elaine! You wanted over here?
Hurry!
Last words.
Chance to say the last word.
While she's coming over, I'll tell you.
School.
I was going to say, while she's coming, but that was paragraph, and I just thought...
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't want to any of you to go away with the wrong thought about what I'm saying. I love all of you very much. I know I'm obligated to the church, and I do because I do love you for myself. But I like the way you accept opportunities to serve in the church. I'm thankful that you are that way. I thank you because you haven't have to fight to get you to quit doing those things in the world. You do it because you want to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you very much. Keep up the good work.
Give you 5 minutes. Well, maybe 6.
Well, I'd like to tell you that we're rich and famous, but we're not so long.
Elaine? They can't see you very good.
I think my kid is with me here. Well, all of my children are a credit to me, and I'm proud of all of them, and my husband. We're happy. We struggle with all the same kinds of things that you do. And my foot is getting better, and I'm so thankful that I can walk. It's an awful thing to have every step hurt. And we have had new babies this last year. Rick's wife gave birth to Truman Benjamin Covey, and I thought, 3 names like that for he's 3 strikes against him to start, but that's good. And let's see, do we have any other newborns this year in our family? I think they're all a little bit older than
We're
that.
going to.
We just barely got through with Grandma's week, where I took 7 of the kids and kept them all week. And Claude, being off work, has learned a lot about keeping patience and love. But we found that no matter how hard or how much trouble the kids thought they were having, that to treat them with loving kindness instead of getting angry at them because they were hurting or angry works a lot better. And I keep thinking, why don't I have the chance to go back now and do that with mine? Because I was so bent on making perfect children out of them, sometimes I lost the real focus of what I should be doing. But I'm thankful to belong to this family, and I'm glad you haven't started lunch. And as Grandpa said, I love you all.
You know, just one thing. I hope you young people like to go to family things. Really, this is the probably as important as going to the temple, going to any church meeting, or going to any social meeting. This is where it's at. Families, the Lord says.
Quick to argue.
Well, I'd have to argue with you on that one. That's what art lawyers do. They argue. Do you know what? I was worried about going to law school, Grandpa, because I had heard about so many crooked lawyers out there, you know? And I was beginning to think that you can't be a lawyer and be straight at the same time. That's why I didn't want to do it. But then I got to figuring some things out. You realize that the majority of the general authorities were lawyers. I had a special relationship with James Spout, one of the apostles of the Lord, and he was one of the greatest lawyers that ever was. So I figured if you could be a lawyer like James Spout, you could still be a servant of the Lord.
See, Vance's goal all along is to be a general authority. So.
Bruce R. McConkie was a lawyer, wasn't he?
Give a chance to help a lot of people who need it. Say a word that make people feel like prisoners.
They'll turn around.
Enjoy yourself.
Well, I'm going to do my best to be a good lawyer, an honest one.
Whenever I have occasion to
He's giving you my lawyer.
take away out of
I know.
Well, I'll tell you what, Grandpa. The only person we really need pleading our case is Jesus Christ. As long as we got him pleading our case, then we don't have a thing for it.
Do you? I'm originally from
Don't you agree?
just outside of Oklahoma.
our problem is
Yeah, my mom and dad are from here. My dad grew up in the Watch this and my mom's from Sandy. Yeah, sure. In fact, all my most of my brothers and sisters, I have a sister in Ogden.
what church you belong to. One more thing
In Salt Lake area.
when the value of that, that's it. That's the rather
Sister.
Have you ever noticed how they change their attitude a lot when they are on their deathbed? They start thinking in different ways about that time.
If they trade out everything they know, then they think about the Lord.
Hey, portrait.
You ready for lunch?
All right. Well, you know, it's really funny. For still shots, you can say cheese and it's all over with. You don't know what to say to a guy who's holding one of these out today. All right, the battle of the cameras here. Mine's bigger than yours. I'll bet you it has more features than mine, though. What do you think?
Well, Mark's been trying to set it has a date, you know, it goes on the picture, but I don't think he's got it set.
Now that uses the mini cassettes, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it has a converter that you can use all your same equipment with, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like for the Sony, you'd have to buy all new. I'll have to do a. And that's all right. Just stay there. Tell me your name, though, because you gotta tell people.
Sing a song, Scott. Do a dance, Scott. Shake your head, Scott. Seth, what are you doing, boy?
You want to go back to
The Grohl family.
Sing a song, huh?
You guys get narrated.
Oh yeah, with his Twilight Zone hat and everything.
A whistleless song.
I went through the same thing.
Can you do an imitation of Rod Serling?
sit in the seat of that big yellow roadster. A Dodge Roadster, about a 1920
Dodge Brothers.
Dodge Brothers. What year was it?
I don't know, it's not what
But he would sit there and he was king of the mountain. And Brother OK Stalker says, well, when you really want to put on the dog, you just drive my yellow roadster. How many of you remember the old yellow roadster? Boy, just a few of you.
It's a long time ago.
Well, when I was 18, I got tired of working on the farm, and Mom said, well, why don't you go to the city and seek your fortune? Boy, that sounded like a good idea. So I went into Pocatello, and I asked Aunt Pearl if I could stay with her, that I was going to seek my fortune. She said, sure, you can stay here. And so I walked all the way from her place on Benton Street, clear down on South. I don't know what street was now. The Paul Roberts Machine Shop. And I got a job for 30 cents an hour. I run a machine, I run a cutting torch. I was a little heaven. I bought me a car, I paid $15 for it. I just thought I had the world for the day. But I have to tell you about my downfall. I walk by this place each day as I go to work, and I see the most beautiful girl. She's just so beautiful, I just couldn't contain myself. So I went over one night and I asked one of the younger brothers and sisters, I said, what is your oldest sister's name? He told me. Wow, look at this. So I found out where they lived, the address, the phone number, and the father's name. So I said, well, the first thing I should do is go ask her dad if I can have a date with him. I had to do things right, you know. So I went up to Blocks, and I went in and I introduced myself, and I said, I want a date with your daughter. He says, you do? Why would you want a date with my daughter? And I said, oh, she's such a nice person. And I thought it would be right if I asked you if I could have a date with your daughter. And he says, well, if it's all right with her, it's all right with me. So I borrowed Dad's car after I'd made the appointment and went to the door, and my hand was trembling as I knocked on the door. The door opened and her mother came, and I said, is Hannah here? And she said, she'll be down in a minute. I waited there and I looked at the winding staircase that come down. And I was just going to the movie, and she had a big, long, flowing robe and just dressed up for the kill. And there was something wrong. It wasn't the girl that I saw at all. What was I going to do? But I took the girl out anyway, and we went to the movie, and we came back and had a lovely time. And I found out it was her old maid sister. I asked for the oldest girl in the family, and the little kid told me, so I learned right then and there that you can't take somebody else's word for it. But I enjoyed myself very much growing up, and John?
I guess what we're going to do is just a big, we didn't plan anything basically, and there's no piano, so I can't do an impromptu number, and I guess Aunt Louise has been playing a video for everyone anyway, so they all know I can play the piano. So, Jeremy won't come up and tell about being state champion this year, so guess who's up here? Let's do a camp song that I learned, okay? And little kids will like this. You older folks might not like it so much, but if you get into it, it'll come to you. Okay, I have to sit somewhere where you can all see me though. Okay, Aunt Louise, you sit by me, okay? I mean, Aunt. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Come on.
I don't think this
You have to copy what I do. Okay, my aunt came back.
My aunt came back
From the New York Fair.
from the New York Fair,
And she brought with her
and she brought with her
a rocking chair.
a rocking chair.
My aunt came back.
My aunt came back
From Holland too.
from Holland too,
And she brought with her
and she brought with her
a wooden shoe.
a wooden shoe.
My aunt came back.
My aunt came back
From old Japan.
from old Japan,
And she brought with her
and she brought with her
an ancient fan.
an ancient fan.
My aunt came back.
My aunt came back
From old Algier.
from old Algier,
She brought with her
and she a pair of shears.
My aunt came back.
My aunt came back
From old Hong Kong.
from old Hong Kong.
And she brought with her.
And she brought with her
A game of ping pong.
a game of ping pong.
My aunt came back.
My aunt came back
From Kalamazoo.
from Kalamazoo.
And she brought with her.
And she brought with her some gum choo choo.
My
From
aunt
came back, my aunt come back from Timbuktu. And she brought with her.
Okay, that's our family talent.
Okay. Bonnie, your part on the program.
My part of the program is just to say this is a special happy day for me because I've got my 3 sons and my 1 daughter all here with me today. That's a happy day for me. And the other person I have with me is this handsome man on the right. I do love him and I appreciate him, but I guess the neatest thing that's happened this last year for us is Chris's mission return, and we're thrilled about his spiritual growth and his love for his Father in heaven, and he had some wonderful experiences in Hawaii, and he's here in person to relate them to you today.
I want to hear about Facebook too.
Aloha!
Aloha!
I really enjoyed my mission in Hawaii. I got back last November, so I've had a lot of time to adjust and so forth. I ain't finished eating this roll in time. When I got my call to Hawaii, I was really surprised because it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to go someplace different, but not so different that I couldn't handle it. So when I arrived to Hawaii, I was expecting grass huts and so forth. We landed in this big city of Honolulu and skyscrapers and cement everywhere, and they gave me my first assignment to go to the other side of the island. And I started to work and so forth, and got to know the people. And the more I got to know the people that live in Hawaii, the more I got to love missionary work and love to share the gospel with these people. I don't know if any of you have been to Hawaii, but it's a different feeling over there because I think the Hawaiian people have a natural instinct of religion in them. It's not like...
Okay. All right. Stand right here.
On the table, they'll fall off there.
They need a bigger service.
Yeah, over here.
Can they stand on your table over there? Okay.
All right. Woo!
All back there.
Nice and loud.
Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. I have a wife and a dog and a family. One day, my boss comes up to me and says, "Hi, Joe, are you busy?" I said, "No." Turn the button with your right hand. Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. I have a wife and a dog and a family. One day, my boss comes up to me and says, "Hi, Joe, are you busy?" I said, "No." Turn the button with your left hand. And I work in a button factory. I have a wife and a dog and a family. One day, my boss comes up to me and says, "Hi, Joe, are you busy?" I said, "Yes!"
Now Rodney's got something. I have no idea what.
He wants to do the same thing.
Yeah, I can't do anything, and so my talent is getting you guys to do something. So everybody's got to get to where you can stand up. Okay, just get where you can stand up, but I want you to sit down. Okay, everybody's got to be sitting down, but you got to be somewhere where you can stand up. You've all been to a baseball game, but you don't get to go to the big baseball games, but I'm sure you know how to do the wave. So we'll start over here, and we'll start doing the wave, okay? Everybody knows how to do that? The kids will show you. Everybody, start right here. Go! Come on. Down this way. All right. Now we're going to sing a song. And the way this song works
is every time you hear the letter B at the beginning of a word, you stand up or sit down. So we'll just start it right this. We'll sing it a couple times faster the second time. You ready? My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me. My Bonnie lies over the ocean, my Bonnie lies over the sea, my Bonnie lies over the ocean, so bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me.
No, but I tried to teach you guys a song last year, and I don't think you were really with it, so I'm going to do it again. I want everybody to sing this. He puts out fires. Everybody.
He puts out fires.
All right, now when I point to you, sing that. My brother Bill's a fireman mold.
He puts out fires.
He went to a fire last week, I'm told.
He puts out fires.
The fire ignites and dynamite that flew poor Bill clear out of sight. But where he's gone, he'll do all right, 'cause
He puts out fires.
John, I guess it's down to your turn.
Huh?
Your turn.
I'll see if it'll work. Hey, Scott's gonna do our part.
He's got Chris Button.
Yeah, he begged to come today and he wanted to say something. Something. Yeah. Stand up and say a few words. You never talked to this kid before. Tell him how I feel about the party.
Tell him how soon you're going to marry and who.
What was that first part? Well, while you're thinking, I'll...
Now, for some place, that you find in Pennsylvania, I realize that's probably a mediocre size, but that's the biggest one in Idaho.
Well, I brought Wendy with me. Say hi to Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
We need housing at Slippery Rock University really bad.
All right, everybody say hello to Wendy.
Really bad.
You make big
Well,
bucks.
you can
What?
You panned the living room. Did you get the dishes in the sink?
No, I missed that.
Oh, you good.
But I got that. I got the basement.
I didn't get them
Making
in.
it tough to get new housing going back there.
Be careful with it.
Now that's what I'd like to. I wouldn't know how to
Really
operate it.
bad.
I'd like to know.
Well, Wendy felt bad she couldn't come, so I brought her with me in a sense here. She gets to at least see you guys.
6,500, and now we've got 7,500
Well,
and 8,000. They're trying to keep it at 75.
You're dumb with you. You got a dumb story. Now then what?
Sorry. Done.
Oh, shoot.
Well,
How do you deal with
Sorry,
that?
guys. Didn't get the box back in the hotel.
Oh, words of wisdom. We got to catch these. Oh, don't.
It's a tough problem to deal with, and you gotta manage it in such a way to where you can break it down into small enough units that you can control the individuals involved.
What are we talking about?
It's one of the problems.
Campus housing.
Campus housing. What do you have to do with campus housing?
He's a housing guy.
You're a housing kind of guy, huh?
I haven't had to personally deal with it, but I've been involved with individuals who have been.
Ah.
Part of our training and stuff. I wanted to take a tour of this magnificent vehicle here.
Okay.
No profiles, please.
No profiles?
No profiles, please. But that's our heritage, Junie. Junie, I'm proud of you.
Say hi to Wendy, Brad.
Oh, Wendy.
She's watching this right now, you know. Yeah, we got a live link up back to Slippery Rock.
But I look like my dad in June, and then you say, oh, no profiles, what am I supposed to say? I forgot it.
Melanie. Yeah, it is. Just because she's wearing a balloon, I mean, Melanie, that isn't you. I've seen you before then.
Yeah.
And this is your
Rodney.
Billy's
youngest.
Nice to know
Billy's
you,
youngest
Rodney.
boy.
You probably
Youngest
heard
boy,
the word Uncle Lamar a couple of times.
Yeah, sure have. You must be the guy.
Well, Uncle Lamar.
Boy, hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Look up the God's mark.
This guy. You're stepping back again.
Yeah, here I am. You're going to.
Oh, he didn't see
What I
me,
need
did
to
he?
do is I need to cover up the flashing dot there so that nobody knows when I'm actually doing it. Then I can stand here and record everybody and it'll be natural. You know?
They just said that we can all, they recognized us as prices because of our nose, our proboscis. Tell them about those proboscises.
Oh, I saw a documentary on television about the proboscis monkey. And apparently those big red noses serve a function. They're sexual status symbols. They are.
Is that what's the matter with me? I don't have a big red nose.
The bigger and the redder the nose.
Is that why I never succeeded with girls? I mean,
I guess. The bigger, the redder the nose, the more sexy these guys are.
See, that's what's wrong, honey. I don't have a big red nose.
You know how to do that, just to pop like that, and that thing, you know, big and red.
What? It's so good to see you, honey.
This is Wendy.
We better get back.
I've got another brother.
We're not going to get any.
I've got, yeah, Paul.
Vance.
No. And where is he?
This is
Paul?
Vance, but Paul's not here.
Paul's not here. He's fixing to move to Indiana.
Muncie, Indiana. Muncie, Indiana.
Oh.
They're just moving there just
No, we're going to
now.
stay in just
Who's ever want to live in Indiana?
He's going to teach
I don't know.
My condolences.
He's got himself a job there, though. I guess that's important.
Well, now money does have a fact to do with it. So now what's this here?
This?
No, Temple University. Is
So now that Mel's
that where you're at now?
Temple University? Yeah. Yeah. That's my latest project.
What's the big word? Anyway, if we want equality between men and women are going to have to give up some power. And his wife said, no way, man, we're not giving it up, not one bit.
97,000 miles
That was in the chair.
He was good. Hey, my ears are burning. What's going on here?
Is this during the period that he was doing the
Some nice boys.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I think that's what it is. I think it is, man. Sure.
I was talking about George Cato.
Oh, Quito.
And I told him that we had him when you was big.
same time. Same time. I wanted to know if that was in the same period that you were doing the beautiful sketches.
Never mind now.
She said, well, did you see those? I never got to see them.
I told you to keep that collection private, Charlie.
Too good to keep.
Old man.
You're nose.
Just
So we
20 years ago.
This morning I woke
never
up.
had a count of.
We knew where they went.
Is that your keys that she's trying to stuff in the wheel over there? Oh, okay.
Hey, you guys, don't scratch up your
Look at that.
No kidding. We're on our welcome
I
real
was
quick.
just going to say, we've never had a pickup with a camper would fit on.
Scratching people around.
Yeah. Yeah, scratch it, Grandpa.
There right now, there's a host sleeping there.
Really? Oh, goodness sakes.
Well, I don't know if we're going to keep up with this August reunion up here or not. We have to change the
There's a
date.
bed in there.
Set one day.
Well, how are Jan
It's not a surprise everybody. Well, next year will be in June at our house now.
Well, somebody suggested that.
That's his wife.
No, he dug deep for that.
I'll bet. Well, I'll tell you what there,
I don't think he broke any of this.
the real fashion statement, though, is the one arm in, one arm out look.
Well, he's got a pretty nice belt buckle here. I better tuck my shirt in.
You gotta catch.
Suck it in. He's been taking our picture.
See, if you got a scarf you can wrap around him.
See, my wife couldn't come, so this is her. Okay, we got a live hookup with Slippery Rock.
We got a live hookup.
This is Vance Price reporting live from the mountains of Idaho.
The mountains of Idaho.
Yeah, nearly Montana. I like the reporting up here. They say, southwestern Montana, rain, rain. Yeah, we're within.
Norm would say something. These guys had been drinking. They'd been out to Lima or somewhere, and we just sat there, you know, hold our hats down, listen. You remember that, Lamar?
I don't think I was there.
Oh, what was that Bert? I kept hearing Lamar.
Oh, no, that was Lamar Jones that lived out in the prairie.
The kids were crying.
Yeah,
Rylan was there. Elwood was there. You were there. Oh, it was fun.
He was driving.
It sounds like that we would probably having a good time. Yeah, if you could remember.
There, Alan.
One day, coming around the curve, and he just tipped it over on the edge of the hill on its side.
Slow motion.
I missed that one. There's been some good times.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, and we'd all go down to Spencer to dance on Saturday night, whoop it up, holler, praise King. Yeah, and then we had beds from Aunt Verna's front door, clear across that big room.
You know, the last time I saw that house, I walked through it and I said, no, couldn't have happened. You couldn't get all
that many
us
people in there.
Well, she did. Now I got to tell you the one that I remember the most about Humphrey and that house. Rylan and I was up there one day and we had a gallon of red wine with us for some reason. I don't know. Emergency, but snake bite. We took it and we set it on the table in the front room there. Naomi and family was all there. He was mad at Lappioli. Lappy let his sheep get in on the north. Put them in on purpose. He put them in on purpose. Almy said he did. Said he drove them in after dark. So anyway, he said, Blaine, he said, get that rifle down off the door there and run the ramrod through it. I'm going over the hill and kill the Dago. He has lived his last day. Just then a knock comes on the door. And he went over and opened the door. Well, come on in, Sam. Have a drink of wine with us.
Kill him 1 minute, next minute.
Have a drink of wine with us, Sam.
That Almy was something.
Did you know Almy?
Yeah.
Anyone that didn't know Almy missed something, didn't they, Billy?
If you stacked up 1,000 guys, Almy would stand out in the crowd.
He'd stand out in the crowd.
A little turkey.
Yeah, little guy.
Withered like a prune. He didn't have no teeth. But he had a sense of humor that would not quit.
His voice was fascinating for me as a kid. I just loved to listen to his voice.
We sat in a car one day in town and just sitting there talking, watching the people go by, and this fat girl walked by, and he said, Bert, he says, the man tell her to haul ass, she'd have to make 3 trips. That's the kind of stuff he was full of. And our kids, when he'd come stay at our place,
he tells stories, and the kids just sit there like this and just in and see. So one day he says, Gordon, you know how I used to kill a bear? He says, well, he says, here I am out there in the woods. He's coming right at me, come right up there. And he said he opened his mouth to get me, and he said I just run my arm down his throat and grab his tail and turn him wrong side out.
Kid's eyes are popping.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you want, kid? You got some kind of problem there with the
No,
lifting
no,
your
I'm
hand?
fine.
What do you want?
I took care of the Wilson.
They
Added them to the
believed-
list.
Everybody believed everything he said, you know.
Wait, say it's so serious. What do you could just see the guy?
Yeah, and he stopped one day and he's going to Pocatello for something. Well, they was in a big pucker, and I said, what's the hurry? Why don't you stick around and have lunch with us? And he said, well, oh, he says, last fall I went down to see Al, my brother, and he said, I left a package of cigarette papers down there. I got to run down and pick
Get
them.
'em.
Then he was telling about,
I can't remember these boys' names very good.
Your own sons?
Well, I know Chad and Jared, but it's these other guys.
Ryan
No, it's
Jacob and Jason.
Jacob and Jason, who are Brian Price's boys. And so, without any further ado, yeah, are they ready?
Yeah.
Look at pair of shorts you got on. Where'd you get those?
From JCPenney.
JCPenney, huh? Boy, that's a nice shirt you got on. Where'd you get that Maury Boogie shirt? Well, Josh, what a nice looking... Jason, you got a nice looking jacket on there. Where'd you get that?
JCPenney.
JCPenney, huh?
What a model.
Oh, kidding. Hey, young man, what are you doing here? What's your name?
Oh, no.
And one of my dreams was to have an acreage home in the middle of 40 acres. I don't know why 40 acres, but that seemed to me like a nice acreage. But we have a home in the middle of 42 acres. And it's been a real blessing to us to be able to host people. And so officially I would like to say to all of you, we're about halfway between Erie, up on the lake, Lake Erie, and the city of Pittsburgh. And if you look on the map, you'll find that that gives you easy access to the Hill Cumorah pageant, among other things. If you haven't ever attended that, it'd be worth the trip back east to attend it. There are other things also. Washington, D.C. is a worthy place to spend a couple of 3 days. The temple is one thing, obviously, but there are other places. I guess what I'm saying is probably ought to get out a flyer to where exactly Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania is. But our house is always open. The door is never locked. The rooms are not fancy but comfortable. The food is always good. The hospitality's there. And we'd like to invite any and all of you to come back. And realize also that before you get to us, you could pass through Muncie, Indiana, where Paul and Shelley will be. That's just outside of Indianapolis. And then another 7 hours gets you to us. Another 6 hours gets you on to Vance and Wendy and his family. Why shucks, I think you could pre-haul all the way into D.C. But I'm grateful to be a Price Lufkin. It's a great heritage. And I'd like to thank all of you for just being what you are.
Yeah.
Would you like...
Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. I have a wife and a dog and a family. One day, my boss comes up to me. He says, "Hi, Joe. Are you busy?" I said, "No. Turn the button with your right hand." And I work in a button factory. I have a wife and a dog and a family. One day, my boss comes up to me and says, "Hi, Joe. Are you busy?" I said, "Yes."
Let's see. We ought to sing a song now. Who knows the Idaho song?
The majestic forest where nature abides. We love every nook and rill. And here we have Idaho, winning her way to fame. Silver and gold is a satellite place, and romance lies in her name. Singing, singing of you, all proudly do, all our lives through we'll go singing, singing of you, singing of Idaho.
We have much of an opportunity to be around Uncle Bill as I was growing up. And those occasions that he did, come out and frequent Idaho, he'd try to create some kind of activity that we could engage in. Well, about the time that I got to the point where I kind of thought I was doing a few things, he said, I bet he's never been snipe hunting. So he approached me about hunting snipes. Okay, and so he set this up to where we'd be out in the woods, see, and as you know, the way you hunt snipes is you got your bag and you got a flashlight. Now, Bill explained the fine points of snipe hunting to us, and one of those was that you had to tree a snipe. And once you treed a snipe, it was just unethical to ever shoot a snipe out of a tree. You were supposed to either climb the tree and make the snipe jump down amongst 20 of you and have the option of whooping all of you and walking off if he wanted to, or you cut the tree down and let and have fall the tree and catch the snipe. Well, as you know, Bill always was telling us how great a tree climber he was. He's a professional tree climber. And we got out there and he says, "Okay, now you take off and you go down that direction there and herd these snipes. And if you get one run up a tree, I'll come and get the snipe out of the tree, And so we start off, and we can hear him snickering back here. Well, sure enough, we got working along there, and we got one of these snipes running through the bushes. And we was chasing it, and we got this thing, and this thing ran up this tree. It was a huge tree. I mean, you couldn't reach around this tree. There wasn't a limb on it for a while. I mean, way up there, huge tree. And he said, "Holler." So we all started to holler. "Whoa, Bill!" Well, Bill said, "What in the world are they doing? Them guys have got something run up a tree, and they're going to be in trouble." So here he comes hustling up the trail to where we were. And he gets up there and looks up there. We shine the lights up there, and we could see these eyes up in this tree. He says, "Mill, you see, if we got one up there, you'd go get it." And I looked over and I said, "I don't think you could climb this tree." Kind of pushed his lip out, looking at that tree. Pretty quick, he pulled off his shoes, and he pulled off his socks, and he walked up to this tree, and he hung his nails in the tree, and he got his toenails in the tree, and he started easing up this big old tree, way up there. And pretty quick, he was disappeared up into the dark. And he got up to that first limb, and we could hear him calling up onto this tree. And "What you doing, Bill?" "I'm looking for that snipe." And he got up in there, and he said, I found it. It's a big one. Knock him out, Bill. So he reached around the back of his overalls and pulled out a sheriff old stick and he punched the snipe. But it wasn't a snipe. It was lean. We called them souped up wildcats, and this thing attacked at Bill up there in the tree. And we could hear Bill squalling up there. Whoa! Shoot this thing. We can't shoot it. We don't have a gun. Whoa! Throw something at it. We can't throw something at it. We might hit you. Whoa! We got to have relief. And what do? I don't know. We're all standing around. Bill's up there in the trees. The pine cones are falling out of the trees. Knock him out, Bill. Whoa! Get this thing. He said, jump, Bill. He said, so we grabbed a coat and we stretched it out all amongst us, Jump, Bill. And we heard it something come crashing down through the trees, and we caught it in the coat, and then we heard this big old bump on the other side of the tree. And we looked, and there's this wildcat sitting in the coat, and Bill's on the other side of the tree. He never took us snipe hunting after that.
Well, everyone knows that Brian went on a mission for the church. Missionaries develop real abilities to speak, Brian came back, he was in one of those Eastern missions, so he had to talk, real smooth like those Easterners. So when he came back, I went to his homecoming, homeward, and he got up there, and he was preaching a powerful sermon. And it really got interesting because here was this big fly that just started circling around his head real slow like. Just real slow like. Had everyone's attention. It was the biggest fly you ever saw in Annis or in his hometown. And all of a sudden he opened his mouth to say something real profound, and the fly flew in and he went took off his hat and stood there and he said, stranger, and I took him in.
Me and my friend, I got this friend, and he has the nicest pair of alligator boots. And I loved his alligator boots. Man, that's pretty. And I says to my friend,
All right, everybody. That's close. There we go. And the farmer says.
the barn's on
I got
fire.
a mortgage and a daughter too. I got a farm and a mortgage too. And the villain says, I want your farm and your daughter because the mortgage is due. I want your daughter because the mortgage is due. Well, the hero says,
A big.
and the villain says, die. The farmer's daughter said, wait, we gotta bring this whole thing back. Okay, we're gonna start at the top. Okay, so the farmer says, I forgot my part. I got a farm and a daughter and a mortgage too. I got a daughter and a mortgage too. And the cows say, a moo. And the villain says, I want your farm and your daughter cause the mortgage is due. I want your farm and your daughter too. And the cows say, moo. The hero says, and the cows say,
says.
Die! Die! This time I'm really dying! Where's the soft spot? Die!
And the farmer's
Now the cow says.
And the farmer's daughter says.
Love, 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 love.
Cows say. That's it.
Do your ears Shanghai? Do they reach up in the sky? Do they droop when
Right
they're
by your
wet? Do they stiffen when they're dry? Can you stay for your neighbor with a minimum of labor? Do your ears hang high? Do your ears hang wide? Do they reach from side to side? Do they wave in the breeze like the slightest little sneeze? Can you serve our abundant? Can you serve filling double lace? Do your ears hang wide? Do your ears fall off when you give a great big cough? Do they water on the ground or a bounce at every sound? Can you stick them in your pocket just like a little baby crocket? Do your ears fall off?
Good. Well, you know, I can't help but think that as we meet down here, that Heavenly Father up above, that maybe somebody up there hasn't organized a big Lufkin reunion and they're kind of looking down on us and thinking how neat it is and wishing they were here and wishing we were there, and many of the colorful people that we have some big memories of are up there. And, so it's just really special to be here together. And especially, if you know Karen at all, you'd really love Karen. And she's real special. And of course, we all are.
Abide with me till eventide. So once again we leave you.
Should sing
From
something we
beneath the
know.
shadows.
All right, I should pitch it higher too. Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, I don't know that one either. Darren?
God be with you till we meet again.
Oh, I like. Should we do that one? Let's do it. Yeah, and I hope we all know the words better than I think I do right now. Let's see.
God be with you till we meet again. Hold you in His arms securely hold you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful that we can meet here today. We're thankful for the opportunity that we've had to meet here as a family today and to become closer and continue ties that we have. We're thankful for the program that we've had here tonight. for those who have taken part. We ask you to bless those that have traveled long distances and are traveling long distances, that they may arrive in safety. And please help us to have an enjoyable time, that we may grow closer together as a family. We're grateful for all that thou hast given us. We're thankful for thy work in our lives. We'll say this in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Okay, we got marshmallows and
August 19th. Morning, Mark.
Good morning.
Early. Say, hi, Wendy. Hey, hi, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy, you never met Brady, did you?
This is Brady.
Brady just shot me this morning. I want you to know that.
no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Isn't it?
This is Seth sitting around the fire.
Drinking his orange juice.
I like that. I like that position, Seth. It looks so sophisticated.
Walk through
The thinkers.
Uphill, both ways.
Leave me alone.
We need to cross the creek.
Morning, Brian.
Here we are. In all of our glory.
Hi,
We
Kat.
understand that this is your favorite way of participating.
Huh? Yeah.
Watching videos as you're sprawled out on the couch.
Hey, cut it out now. I got this film rolling now. Just be quiet, will you? There's Judy and Faye and Don and Jed. There's Charlie's over there hiding. The Marlboro man over there.
Probably got the stick right in the middle of the...
Morning.
Yo,
look at that.
Yo.
What is this? What is this thing? Oh, that's a Brian. There's your Papa Bear.
Shoot.
That's a Brian.
It's following you everywhere, isn't it?
I know.
Smoke follows beauty, that's what they
Oh
say.
yeah, this is beauty this morning. I said everybody's going to leave church and come up here and all fancy, and here we are.
Well, if they come up all fancy, that's their problem, not
Yeah.
ours.
I didn't even bring my face. Everybody's laughing.
You didn't bring your face? Oh boy. I guess there are other more important parts you could have left though, huh? You gotta bring something to sit on, I know that.
Hi, Daz, are you up?
And there's Des too. Wendy, I want you to meet Desiree. We might have one of those in our family too, huh?
This is my granddaughter.
Granddaughter. You don't look like no grandma. Come on. Are you pulling my leg? Are you serious?
Am I your grandma? Yeah.
Hot
That's
dog.
Grandma Kathy and Grandpa Marky.
Now, Grandma Kathy maybe,
Grandpa?
but Grandpa Mark, I mean, we're being a little bit cagey. Uncle maybe.
Uncle maybe.
That's your grandpa, ain't it?
That's like I always tell Judy about Steve. Judy will say something about Steve or something doing. Hey, that's your kid, not my kid. Don't tell me that.
Morning around the campfire. More participants this morning. Hi, Grandma.
Hi.
You want to tell us your story?
I will never let you know what I'm doing again, ever.
Okay. Better fade to black.
No, you don't you wish you had Denny in right now? You're choking.
Hi, Eli. Hi, Eli.
Way to go. Did you get good?
Eli, you cold.
Cold. He's got a jacket and he's been tied to one and I'll go
Morning,
get it.
Jake.
Many fun things.
How was it?
That's Jason.
Huh? How was it, Jace?
You look like you got cold, Jace. Must have been that hat.
Does he wake up every morning like that? He opened the tent and said, hi.
For the most part, yeah, he's pretty good natured. Come down and eat.
You tell us hi. Look at this guy. Handsome
I
as
bought
all
him some
can be.
cereal. I bought cereal for the kids, so.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you got another straw. Can you pass up all the good stuff for breakfast? What is the good stuff for breakfast to these guys?
Pop time. Captain Crunch. This is my coffee cup because you guys are
Two bears, huh?
used to pick up all these little things and
I-
then she'd
we-
say,
I know
Billy did it.
We was out on the old farm.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't.
I never did.
I never did.
Why, I can tell by the look on your face.
Oh, I know.
You're on the spot, Grandma. Everybody knows you.
Yeah, but see, we used to just suspect that
Vance,
Uncle
will you
Bill
get over
did
here
it
and
because
stand on
it
one
was...
side of this fire or the other?
Well, you know what I want to hear?
Nobody's perfect, are they?
I want to hear some Steve and Jane, Steve, Tarzan and Jane stories from Brad over there.
Saturday, I will be partying.
Yeah. I remember these guys, we were riding in the back of the camper, and they'd go into the store and pick out some hot sausages, the hottest you could get. Then they'd get back in the camper with us and pin us down and blow it in our face. You hot dog.
Morning, Rod.
Morning. How you doing?
Good. Quit. Yeah, she's gonna go over on that.
Yeah.
Gonna go out in the morning and pick more. Have on our cereal.
Those blueberries, you mean?
Yeah.
Is that what they were?
Berries, maybe.
I got
another
one. Oh, that's fine.
We went to visit that place not too long ago, and
Yeah.
it looks very different.
They got rid of the barn, Brad. There's no more barn to swing in.
No more barns.
No more barns, yeah. In fact, the lady was, you know, she had to have
tried to put that on
identification
her
before
further
she
than that too,
hardly
Ron.
talked to us.
Without taking away from the handle, as far as I can get it on.
Warming your tootsies, huh?
What?
Oh yeah, and then there was the ever recurrent refrain. Come on, Unc, we need wheels. We want to go chase chicks. Come on, Unc, we need wheels. Look at that grin over there.
That's why I told him last night. It's a wonder you put up with this too for a whole month.
Was it for a whole month? That is admirable.
Oh, whoa. We just didn't know any better.
Let there be fire.
Well, yeah, I noticed that I never got to come out.
Well, you had a rep. That's the thing.
Oh, dear. Well, I'll tell you, if you come out and see us where we are now, we could really show you something.
Grandpa, you got
Yeah, but
fire starter?
We had even had put you up for in good style. You could sleep in Grandpa
we'd put you up to
Price's camper.
something.
I thought maybe you had a shot of kerosene.
Sounds sort of like one of those travel ads, doesn't it, Brad? Come to Pennsylvania. Dun, dun.
McConnell's Mill.
Morning, Uncle. Morning, everybody. It's no longer blowing this direction.
It's not a place to take kids unless you got a harness on it.
Grandpa,
Is that Thursday?
we were just reminiscing about the time when this Hanyak was back there hassling you about wheels, huh?
Walk up and get some dollars. Oh, you shot yourself.
Well, you know, when you, I just reminisced about that whole thing. You realize that you went to Niagara Falls, you went to Washington, D.C., you went to Pittsburgh. I remember sitting there with a race car, remember that?
I didn't care.
Oh, your memories are fading there, Grandpa. Yeah, it was this guy over here.
Well, you ought to hold a stick for me.
You want to hold this stick of wood for me?
Yeah, right.
Got a mill near both there, right?
I said he'd do anything for a brother.
Of course, we'd like to go down and go too.
But I got it in writing that Dad loved his rooster better than his brother. Did you ever read that thing Dad wrote? What was it, in the 3rd grade or something, Dad?
Yeah.
Where he's...
Oh, holy
And
moly, Seth.
I dare say I love that rooster more than I love my brother.
I don't think I said more as much, maybe. Not more.
There, that's a feel the fire.
You missed it, Uncle Don.
See,
That's
Brian?
my condo over there.
This is the first finger I cut off. I was 5 years old. I cut his off. How old are you, about 8?
I don't know.
So we'd be
Old
alike.
enough to yowl like a...
But we was blood brothers then.
Maybe that's why he liked his rooster better. Is that?
Put that back on there, huh?
He had a little tit on there along the side for a long time.
What? We really didn't know what...
Yeah.
She was just hanging there.
Boy, we...
There was a little sheep in up at
He had his work cut out for him to live with, grow up with.
Lose a finger again.
Kind of like
right there.
Kind of like my dad. My Uncle Wes got a brand new rope.
No, I'm okay.
And now we've got it.
Excuse me.
You having hot chocolate? Well, good for you.
Morning, Aunt June.
I'm mad at Bill because he wasn't supposed to let the word
Which
out.
way are you going back?
Now, the whole camp knows my situation.
Oh, really?
And we all wish that we'd thought of it too.
Oh, well, gee, the trouble is we only have 2 sets of towels.
Give you one of these.
No, I'm serious. I've had my shower.
No, I don't need it is critical. It is critical.
Now you've cornered yourself, haven't you?
I just, you know, if what we headed out to do is go find a service station. Oh, okay. And there wasn't one in Spencer, and that's okay. I'll wait till later. And Bill stops Charlie and, you know, tells him the whole thing.
And Charlie felt bad. I think we embarrassed Myrna. But here it is, huh?
No, I don't need I can constantly.
Maybe Charlie should hand you the keys.
What are you doing, embarrassing her?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna leave
You're
this
gonna
camp.
leave this camp. Oh, honey, you lived around us long enough to know how we...
Well, between him, I'm gonna kill them both. There's no confidence.
It runs in the family, honey.
Oh, we're just short on things to laugh about, that's all.
You're saying
Do we tell him when his pants are on fire or just let him hold out there?
I guess you go to Cheyenne, you ought to stay on the hills. And then come south, and before you get to Junior, you
Hey, why don't you
turn
tie your
off to the
shoelaces?
left and hit a highway that takes you right over.
There's another one with the white one with a circle with the girl in it.
I was like, David, he's going back and finding out how I'm doing.
Did you want some hot chocolate?
And when I send them things like baby announcements, we always hear from them.
Hi, Desiree.
What?
I'm taking pictures of you. Did you know that?
No, I'm fine. I've got a...
This is Desiree, Lindy.
Yeah.
We should have one of these too, huh? There goes Jason, smiling.
Right down there by Andrew.
Desiree, oh Desiree. Oh my, look. The sun actually came out. Wendy, it has been raining since we got here. And now we look around. This is the way it's supposed to be. This is Idaho in the mountains in the morning. This is the way it's supposed to be. Stoddard Campground. Yes, sirree, Bob. This is the way it's supposed to be.
You wanted to tell him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Morning.
Morning.
How is he?
Great.
Oh, that's good.
I'll just get my head toward my foot.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to my wife. This is my wife. This is Kevin and his wife.
Right.
There was a tanker truck crashed on the freeway.
Most people don't carry their wife on their shoulder, do they?
No.
There's two more.
Because this is Horizon here. So this is not sure nice what's happening.
And, you know, as far as I'm concerned,
Well,
that's
you
that's
have a
what
lovely family.
Look, Wendy, a little baby. We're going to have one of those.
Here's a big baby, Wendy.
Oh, my God.
Say, I look like that.
actually, our family has had a problem with that.
Oh, you and that thing.
Faye in the door.
No, it's his wife. It's not his thing.
You did great, Faye.
Smile.
How are we doing out there?
Smile, you're mechanic.
We're doing great.
There's the cook.
Two plates, Brent. Oh.
Got two hands, but as well.
Go for it, bud.
Here's breakfast. I'll be done by the time we get done with this one.
You know, our family needs more of what you got.
And we could use,
There's a happy medium there.
I got that. I hope you know I got that.
We're having a discussion. Dropper. We mentioned your name. That's why you popped on the scene. So you dare get a profile of me. Hey, profile.
Heavy, buddy. Matthew.
Matthew, watch the scene.
I didn't know he had read it.
Oh, really?
And it's so exciting that it's by Stephen Covey. He actually follows the United States. And it's seven.
I already did that one.
Seven.
Not for a while, thanks. Highly effective. Sister Kathleen.
She was younger.
Yeah, pregnant. She didn't swallow one. She started crying and crying. I couldn't stand it any longer. I could have left her right there.
Is that right?
Nobody around. I can go out and kiss on a tree if I want. You know,
I got that.
Oh, God.
Jed, I got that, buddy. You're going to be sorry.
Well, that's my daddy said it.
Oh, yeah? Well, how come your name's Sethine and Eline?
I'm not our. My name is Seth.
A bunch of girls.
Get them, girls.
Look, they're punching just like girls. Oh, my sister hit me like that.
What do you have to say for yourself? Huh?
Slap.
Slap yourself.
Don't slap me, sweetie. Oh.
Well, look who's here. Francine.
Woohoo. Well, just for that, I'm going to take you out. What a sexy physique. Waiting in line.
Dad, I don't know where it is, but there's one somewhere. Madeline.
Hi.
Well, it is you. My word. I said, where am I going to see these kids?
Yeah, that's old what's-his-name. You remember?
Is that old what's his name?
This is Wendy on my shoulder.
That good-looking band?
say hi to Wendy. Here we go, up the side of the mountain. Oh, Wendy, this is way above sea level. I'm not used to this stuff.
Worst hike you ever took was Mauna Kea on the big island of Hawaii. 11,000 feet and soft ashes.
Oh, mercy.
When we got up about the 9,000 foot mark, we'd walk 20 feet, maybe 50 feet at the most. Your heart would be pounding and breathe as hard as you want. You had to stop because the oxygen level was just not there.
Here comes Kevin and his wife.
Kind of a hike.
She just gave birth to a little baby. That should be sort of a familiar scene for you, huh, Wen? Remember Table Rock way back when with Seth? Our boy's quite an athlete, apparently, because he's from Philadelphia, too. Yeah, look at him. He's still striding. Amazing. Hard to admit it for an old dad, but his son is outdoing him at age 7 or 8. I wonder... I'm already zoomed in as far as I can go. Can you see the Teton Peaks back there in the background? Way, way, way back there. Up on the big valley.
All the elk come out of Montana. Yeah, when they come out of Montana.
This is quite a rest.
All this right here. Across all of this, and there's a road down here on the back. Right here. Once they get across that road, they're into the desert. Then there's a winter feed.
Look, they're still trying to prove a point. They're out ahead of us. I think they're tough. Well, I did. I passed them once. I did. Oh, boy.
Who's going to quit first?
Oh no, my battery's dying. Oh, flip. What do you have to say for yourself, boys?
We're not girls anymore.
Did you make it to the top?
Yep.
Well, tell everybody at home.
We made it to the top.
Well, here they are. You got to talk to the camera. Eline, you got to talk to the camera. You made it to the top, they said. Actually, it's not really the top because it continues on a little bit. But here's the view. The awesome, beautiful view.
40 years.
Congratulations, boys. You're now boys officially.
Well, nobody on this whole group has been this high
This is the
Sorry.
The dang flu.
The dang flu.
Kind of staggering. That's worse than the Asiatic,
How do you
I'd
feel
say.
today? All right. How do you feel today? Pretty good? Good. Wonderful. That makes a difference. We have, I think, a lot of people.
Glenn, do you ever get
Lots
back
of family.
east?
Yeah.
Well, these are Wendy's eyes and ears. Say
I got
hi to
there
Wendy.
a lot when I was working. But
The pictures.
Say hi to Wendy.
I expect I'll never see it again. I
It's
don't
all.
know.
Hi, love. Anyway,
Well,
it's very good to
We
speak.
gotta say hi to Wendy. Great
Hi,
stuff.
Wendy.
Do you remember Dawn? She used to come to the dances with her mother and tease me. Who's your friend? Katie from Utah.
Hi.
Rodney from Mars, I think, or Venus, or some foreign planet. I'm taping all of this stuff for Wendy, so she'll be able to see everybody after all these years.
My mom has some.
Remember her sister?
Let's go find. Hey, Steve, our place is getting. I get a plate.
We're down to do the food, scan the food for her. What she's missing.
I will.
I may love everywhere but. Look, so you made chicken. I don't like what?
Eating again.
Here we
Eating
are.
again.
Hi, Wendy.
Eating again. Look at all this good stuff, huh?
Oh, hey.
What do you think? You remember this character, don't you, Wendy? This is Wendy. I'd like you to meet Wendy, Steve. You remember Steve? Steve, Wendy.
Where is your wife?
She's in the. This is a live hookup to Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania.
Oh, live hookup.
Well, it'll be like live. Look how respectable he looks these days, Wendy. He's a.
Is this better?
Now wait a minute. What? It's a Volkswagen dealership, right? He owns and manages a Volkswagen dealership.
Actually, Wendy, I had 25 dealerships around the country. I've become a multi-millionaire many times over.
Isn't that something? We ran into him in the grocery store the other day when he had a tie on. It was amazing. I almost didn't recognize him. Fantastic.
Yes. Stand right next to you. Okay.
Here, Steve. Here, you can handle this thing.
No.
Where's Wendy? Well, this is Wendy's eyes and ears. She's at home.
Okay, how do I operate this thing?
This weekend.
Which one?
It's shooting right now. The little light's flashing.
You
You're
just have to
actually.
hold it still before you hurt somebody's
Okay.
eyes when they're watching.
There we go.
Now there's a little red button up by your index finger there that turns it on and off.
Oh,
Right there. Yeah.
it's running then, right?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Okay.
In fact, the battery's probably dying, isn't it?
Okay, battery shutter. Okay.
But anyway, yeah. And besides that, Wendy's right out about here. She's within days of popping. She wouldn't have liked to come out. I mean, she would have loved to have been here. She really wanted to.
Well, you better say hi to Wendy.
What?
You better say hi to her.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, hon.
You should be here.
Food's great. Company's great.
The women
Eat your
are
heart. Not Kathleen, but Kira, who's 4 years old.
Now,
And you left her home.
she was here.
Does he look good? Yes. He's got 5 kids.
Kira? Yeah, Kira was here. She was just little, though. Very little. And
Bonnie thinks he's a prince.
I don't know what we're going to name this next one, but it's going to be here any minute.
So
I may come home and be a dad again. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm worried about it.
Are you?
Because if I have a new baby when I get home, I'm in serious trouble.
But I guess
Because you went and left her.
Uncle Donnie says, don't worry about it. Happened to me before.
It just goes right on and happens.
I've got to get around to a few more.
Yeah, I go to school. Well, I'm going to work for him. Willie, he was in your job. The guy there. which is good. Yeah. I can work as many hours or as little hours as I want to leave register.
That's the kind of job I need.
Yeah. Just do what it'll be good. Yeah, they're really good.
My mom was over
Not now. Oh, for heaven's sake.
We got cut off of,
Understand that.
I guess that's not really covered. Doctor.
Well, you met me, but you just met so many people you can't remember.
I gotta get this picture.
That's for Tuesday morning.
Parents, do we have to say hi to Wendy again?
Say hi, yeah.
We never seen her. Oh, try that again. That was good.
That was great.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
way of doing it, too. As small as Israel is, they have really got a military force.
Well,
They
they're
even got the bombs.
I'd say they have pretty good reason to be worried.
Well, in the prophecies, they're going to be fighting the whole world. Down here, David Albrecht is going to be a speaker.
Who's that?
Well, he's lived in Israel for a long time. So he was the head of the school over there, and when we went over, he was our guide. And then he's been to Rick's a couple of times. We've seen him. And he's really from Canada, but he went over there and met a girl at a kibbutz, and she's a beautiful blonde girl, and she was trying to find the true religion, and she thought Jerusalem was the place she should go. So he met her and taught her, and she joined the church. And when their children are old enough to be baptized, they go to the Jordan River where Jesus was baptized.
Well.
And they have he lives in Bethany, just over the hill from the Mount of Olives. He comes over here once in a while.
Now,
No, why did we go through here?
To drop out the video.
Did you get some change?
No bills. Good Idaho name.
I can check and see.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? That education week.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it.
There's 25,000 people.
See, Bruce Haven is going to talk. He used to be president of Ritz College. He's always adjusting his belt, so all I can see is him working his belt when he talks. You know, people don't realize he gets concerned.
Golden Corral, that's new, man. Didn't have that before.
Provost of BYU. Jerry Clark Law School. He used to be president of
What was the one before that? That was Larry's good friend. Henry Eyring. Eyring? Yeah, Larry. The chairman of the music of the church, I went to his classes and I thoroughly enjoyed that. We just took the hymn book and he told us reasons why this and this was there and
why they did that.
And this meaning of them, and he's such a tender-hearted man, and he's written some of them.
Oh, that's cool.
We just sat, and we had the ones in the class pick out the 3 that they liked the best of the new hymns and tell us what they were.
Because I've been given much.
Yep.
And please open. I believe in Christ.
Yeah.
And how great thou art.
I knew that. Young Guns 2, Presumed Innocent. I'll bet Young Guns 2 would be good. Rodney, I saw a lot of really good shows there, I'll tell you that. Murdoch Travel. Oh, what a guess. Good old Rexburg Food Center.
98 old. He said it was 94. He just
Yes,
turned over.
sir, Bob. Madison.
Quiet,
Vince.
He said what he happened, he pressed the garage door opener and thought it was up. Broke his back window out. But no,
Domino's Pizza,
yeah,
Golden
he
Dragon,
is.
that's new. I
But,
wasn't there
he was-
before.
He had me drive his car up to his place and brought me back down while I'm on there. But yesterday.
That's
But he's going over to Europe today. Leaving
That's
to go to
restaurant.
Europe
It's
today,
restaurant. It doesn't say me in stands anymore.
and traveled with his with an old army buddy to war places where he served.
Okay, here we are, August 21st, 1990. We've found our way out to Government Cave, and we're about to do some intrepid spelunking. Hi, guys! Boys and Paul and I went down into that cave before.
At Rushmore?
Yeah.
Oh, look it. I'm sorry.
See all the mineral deposits there? Here we are out at the entrance to the cave. We're going down inside. As our intrepid explorers
Be very careful where you step.
head back into the cave. And it gets darker and darker as we go.
You got slick tennis shoes, don't you?
Follow Rodney and watch where you put your feet.
Good move, smart move. Hey, it's a little wet right here.
I like your jacket, Rodney. It helps us to see where you are.
Glows in the dark, doesn't it?
Well, it glows in the light, that's for sure.
See, Rod.
Light deposits all over the place. Huh?
See these slick rocks, you gotta be really careful where you step.
If you stay closer to the walls, you're liable to miss the mud in the middle.
Oh yes. There is mud in the middle, isn't there?
Yeah.
I've got nice shoes on too. Okay guys, let's go over here.
Come on.
We should call this Slippery Rock.
Say that again, Seth, louder.
Slippery Rock's here. That's what they call this place. Slippery Rock Cave.
Slippery Rock
I
Cave.
can't see, Rod.
Okay.
Intrepid explorer.
Is it muddy the whole way down through here?
No. There are spots, though. There are spots.
Yeah.
As they head along back into the darkness of the cave. Go ahead. I'm going to get you guys going around the corner. Seth, try to keep up with them. There they go, back into the cave.
You gonna turn that off?
Go ahead. Get pictures of this. Here we are, inside Government Cave. Wendy, you've been in here before. Look at what's been happening in here. This cave, I never thought I'd see today. This is even a, what do you call this kind of cave, Rodney? A tube, a lava tube?
See this? Do you know what this is right here?
What? Wait a second.
This is a Seth. Right here.
Oh, that.
That's a Seth formation.
Yeah, well,
over here we have an Eli formation.
Wait a second. Rodney, see, the thing is I don't see a darn thing with this camera except where the light is, okay? So
Right.
I need to know where you're pointing the stupid thing.
Well, you point the camera and I'll move my...
All right, I'm pointing it up here. And I'm trying to zoom in on some of these stalactites to prove to Wendy that something unique and marvelous is going on in this cave. This
Oh,
cave.
look, see this one that's curving? That's really rare.
Well, let me zoom in on it. Let me zoom in on it.
They're not really sure
See,
how that works.
This is...
Because it defies gravity. Instead of the...
it's got to be some sort of electrochemical type of
yeah,
deal.
they have two theories. They have a...
Shine it back on there, Rodney. I need to zoom back out.
They have a capillary theory where it follows a capillary inside.
I think that's a fairly new, I think this is a fairly new phenomenon for this cave. All the times, I've been in here 3 or 4 times, and I've never seen stalactites in here yet.
You've just missed them because they take hundreds of years to form.
Do you think these here were formed in hundreds of years, huh?
Yes.
Including that curly one. Now, where's the Seth and Eli
formations? Here's a Seth formation.
That's the Seth formation there?
Yeah, this is a Seth formation. And over here, this is an Eli formation.
Well, they're both fairly good-looking formations.
Yeah, well...
They're well preserved.
A little bristly on top.
Yeah, a little bristly on top. And where's the Rodney formation? Whoa, scary looking. Looks like a grandpa. Get back to your mausoleum. Seth, keep your light on. Now, Rodney, what's your theory?
I think these are some sort of organic thing.
That grow in the total darkness. No light whatsoever, right?
Mushrooms.
I tend to think that those are probably some sort of gravity-defying things like you were trying to describe earlier. That's just my idea.
These, maybe. Well, they're still... Anyway, let's us proceed.
Wait a second, wait.
Go on.
I gotta zoom in on it. Now, supposedly those might be stalagmites in the sense.
Look at the space in here. You ought to get a picture of this, man. Space.
Whoa.
Well, shine your lights with Seth. Shine your light with Rodney. I'm not getting a whole lot. Very little, actually.
Okay, let's see where this goes.
Let me shut it off.
Oh, traveling on.
I do see an opening down beyond that.
Am I still on? What we're doing now is we've actually found stalagmites. That's mineral formations coming up from the floor of the cave, having been formed by dripping.
Vince, you gotta look up.
Drippings goo. There's stalactites galore coming from the ceiling.
Well, you know, above these, look,
and then you come down the wall.
Here is the stalactite that formed that stalagmite.
This is that right there, you mean?
It's gotta be, unless it broke off.
That's the stalactite, and there is the stalagmite.
Now we gotta find the top of this one. Over there? I don't see it. Look, there's gotta be something above this.
Oh, there it is, guys. And there's other ones here. Like there's a big one. Huh? See? There. This, Rodney. This
is a panoramic view.
Let's see if I can find my spot. I can't.
When you
It's
get
so
far enough away, you don't get enough light, do you?
No, I have to. About this far from here to where my light is about as far as I can get with my flashlight. And then it's only a very tight circle of light that I'm able to get. So I'm gonna fade here.
Let's go!
I don't know
This
why
is
I
gonna be a
should
tight
fade.
squeeze already.
Maybe I'll just turn off the light and turn off the camera.
Right there. I see someone too flashing. Don't you? Hello, who is that? Oh well.
As the intrepid explorers come over the ridge.
See, I told you we'd interrupt someone making out or something.
Oh, yeah.
Eli, Seth, quit making out.
Come on, girl.
Hey, I'm not making out.
Whoa!
Don't you dare.
Ow, ow, ow! Oh, I
Fancy meeting you guys in this subway.
Shine it down, not in my face.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
We're just trying to get you for the.
Okay.
We're trying to capture you for the 11 o'clock
You're in the
news.
spotlight. Don't close your eyes.
News at 11, or film at 11.
So who might this be? Of groups. Oh, someone with the videotape. Here we go.
Even a videotape.
Videotape.
Smile, smile, smile. This will be on
I was wondering what that was.
Channel 6 Eyewitness News here.
Oh fun. Oh joy.
Well, I feel that we
Who are
should
you
do
gentlemen?
Saudi Arabia.
Well,
I'm
lady
trying to
and
figure out
gentlemen.
who you guys are
from?
first.
I'm
Spaniards.
Rod Price from Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania.
Thriller. And who's this?
Vance Price from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Let me guess here. You're up here to be at Rick's?
Nope.
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 You're from here. You're all the way from Pennsylvania out here.
My uncle is in. Well, I have relatives all through this valley.
Oh, welcome to the club. Not this valley, but others.
I'm trying to capture the.
The opening's right up there.
Oh, look at that. That's really beautiful.
Isn't that something?
Good.
Gorgeous.
Good.
Yeah, we do want to avoid that mud.
Come on, get up. You know what? My name is what?
As they go out into the open.